Good morning, students. Okay, today we'll start again with the same chapter solution. Okay, in last class we have discussed about the different types of terms relating concentration. Okay, so there are some more terms which is related to concentration. Okay, today we'll discuss this and we'll solve 2-3 numerical problems on that particular terms. Got it? So the next term in which we can express concentration is, okay, like this. So that term is called molarity. Okay, this is very, very important. So molarity is actually moles of the solute present in total volume of solution in liter. This is molarity. Got it? Moles of the solute divided by total volume of the solution in liter. Okay, so let us do one numerical problem for this molarity. Got it? So let me write the question first. Calculate the molarity of solution containing 5 gram of NaOH in 450 milliliter solution. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so the solute is NaOH. Okay, no need here, a solvent is not mentioned, so no need to check for that solvent also, because in this chapter in this question weight for NaOH is given and the total volume is given. See, total volume in liter is there, but it is given in 450 milliliter. Okay, so we have solved this. Since in the formula we need to find the moles of the solute, that is moles for NaOH. Okay, here only the weight of NaOH is given. So in last class I have given you this formula: number of moles is equals to weight given by molecular weight. Yes or no? So you can easily find molecular weight for NaOH. So weight is already given. So if you find the number of moles, you can add here, then you have to divide that number by 450. Okay, let's do then. Got it? So let me drop this formula. So you know, let us find first molecular weight of NaOH. Na 23 plus O 16 plus H 1. How much? 40 gram. Yes or no? Therefore moles of NaOH is equal to, what is the weight given for NaOH? 5, molecular weight 40. Okay, so what will be the value? If you calculate, you will get 0.025, I think. Okay, 0.125. Try to calculate this. Okay, 1 to 5. This is the number of moles of NaOH. So now we need to find molarity. So this molarity is denoted by capital M. If you see capital M, then this is molarity of the solution. So this is equal to, so in the formula, moles 125 divided by 450 milliliter. Okay, but in the formula it was written that mole total volume of the solution in liter. So here milliliter. How can we convert milliliter into liter? By dividing this milliliter by 1000. Yes or no? Yes or no? So if you divide this by 1000, so I'll directly write over here 1000. So now this will change into liter. Got it? So no need to mention the unit now. So this is equal to, if you calculate, you'll get value around 0.278 molar. This is molarity. Capital M is molarity. You can directly write unit capital M. Got it? Okay. So if you don't know the conversion from liter, milliliter, I'll give you simple formula. Okay, let me rub this one first. So I'll give you the basic conversion formula. Okay, milli, centi, deci, deca, hecto, kilo. This is just for your knowledge. Okay, so milli to centi, gap is 10. Centi to deci, you can make gap 10. Here I leave one gap, so again between this deci and this gap 10, 10, 10, 10. Why I am leaving this gap? This gap may be the unit of mass, volume, length. Example, suppose meter. If I write meter here, so this will be millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, kilometer. Correct? Suppose it is gram, then this will be milligram, centigram, decigram, gram, decagram, hectogram, kilogram. Correct? If this is liter, then this is milliliter, centiliter, deciliter, liter, decaliter, hectoliter, kiloliter. Correct? So if you move down a group, then the value gets higher. Okay, so these values are lower values. Okay, so simple trick. If you are converting lower value to higher value, as we have done in this example, so we have divided the thing, so you have to divide. Okay, so if you wish to bring higher value to lower value, higher to lower, you need to multiply the thing. You need to divide the thing by each gap. Suppose you are converting milli to liter, milliliter to liter. You have to divide that particular value by 110, 210, 310. That is 1000. Got it? If you wish to convert meter to kilometer, then you need to divide that meter part by 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap. How many zeros? 3 zeros, meaning 1000. Got it? Similarly, if you wish to convert kilogram to decagram, you need to multiply, because you are converting from higher to lower. You need to multiply by this gap. How much gap is there? 1 gap, 2 gap. So 10 into 10, 100. Got it? So this is the basic idea for conversion. If you don't know, just use this method to convert. Got it? This is just a basic formula. Okay, I think you guys understood about molarity. Okay, so after molarity there is another term, that is last term, that is called molality. T, don't get confused with this two. Okay, there is molarity, okay, and another unit is called molarity, in which we can express the concentration. Okay, molarity is denoted by small m and the formula is same, moles of solute divided by total mass of solvent. There is a difference in kilogram. Okay, so molarity is moles of the solute divided by total volume of the solution. Molality is moles of the solute by total mass of the solution in kilogram. Got it? Okay, let us do one example. Let me write the question. Calculate molality of 2.5 gram of ethanoic acid, that is CH3COOH, in 75 gram of benzene. Okay. Okay. Look. 2.5 gram, 7.5 gram, 2.5 gram of ethanoic acid. So this will be, ethanoic acid will be solvent or solute? Solute, because it is in lesser extent. Got it? So 75 gram of benzene, this will be solvent. Okay? So this will be the solute, then we need to find the moles of the solute. How we can find the moles of the solute? By dividing the given mass by molecular mass. So let us find the molecular mass. Molecular mass of CH3COOH, that is acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Okay, so how many C? 2 C, so 2 into 12 plus how many hydrogens? 4. 4 into 1 plus how many oxygen? 2 into 16. 24 plus 4 plus 32. How much? 60. Yes or no? So 60 gram. So 60 gram is molecular mass of solute. What is the solute? Ethanoic acid. So let us put this value in the formula, that is molarity. Small m is equals to mass of the solute, moles of the solute. So solute is, moles of the solute will be, okay, let us don't find this first. Let us find number of moles. Okay, number of moles of solute. Okay, so weight given is 2.5. Molecular mass is 60. So what will be the weight? Okay, what will be the number of moles? 0.0417. If you calculate, you'll get this. This is the number of moles. Okay, so small molarity is equals to 0.0417, that is moles of solute, divided by mass of solvent, that is 75 gram. Now use that particular conversion table which I have given to convert this gram into kilogram. So this will be into, because you are converting smaller lower value to higher value, so you need to divide this gram to kilogram, you need to convert, you need to divide by 1000, so this 1000 will go above here, 1000. So if you calculate the value, you'll get around 0.556 small m. The small m is molarity, or you can write mole per kg. Got it? Okay, check properly. Okay, this is very simple method. I think all of you have understood this. Okay, let me drop this one now. Okay, we have finished all the terms related to concentration. Got it? So there are I have given you around 5 terms regarding concentration. Okay, in this 5 terms you can express the concentration. Got it? So after that we need to do a property that is called solubility. Okay, this solubility, in very simple language we can understand this solubility. Solubility is the ability of the substance to get dissolved in the given solvent. Got it? So it's a, or you can call it the extent by which a solvent can dissolve the solute. Understood? So this solubility depends on various factors. Number 1, nature of solute. Okay. Number 2, nature of solvent. Number 3, temperature. Number 4, pressure, and various other terms. Okay, so since we are doing binary solution, we are doing only binary solution, so there is a solution. We need to study the solution of solid, liquid, that is number 1, and number 2, we have to study the solution of liquid. Got it? So we now after this, so in this solubility portion we will discuss about the solubility of solid in liquid with respect to all this factor, and solubility of liquid in liquid, or okay, another term is also there, sorry, gas in liquid type. Okay, we need to study all this: solubility of solid in liquid, solubility of liquid in liquid, solubility of gas in liquid, regarding all these points. Got it? Okay. So first you need to understand how the solution is formed. Okay, we know when solvent dissolve the solute, there is a solution, but there is a chemistry behind this. Listen, solution is formed, okay, look at the arrow. Okay, solution is formed by solute plus solvent. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Suppose this is a solvent. Okay, if you add any solute into it, then it will become a solution. Okay, so the process of getting dissolved, process of the solute getting dissolved in the solvent is the process called is dissolution. Dissolution is a process in which solute gets dissolved in the solvent. Okay, so in the same time, from the solution, some solute particles they tends to come out from the solution. Okay, the solute particle tends to come out from the solvent. So this process is called crystallization. Okay, there are two terms, dissolution and crystallization. The solute getting dissolved in the solvent is called dissolution, and the solute particle which is coming out from the solvent as a solid particle is called crystallization. So actually, when this forward and backward reaction are taking simultaneously, or when the equilibrium is attained, then the solution becomes homogeneous. Okay, so at that point no more solute can be added into the solution. So this type of solution is called saturated solution. Understood? So what is saturated solution? So it's the equilibrium attained when this dissolution and the crystallization are occurring simultaneously, or these two processes are at equilibrium. Got it? Okay, so this is how the solution is formed. This is the inside story of the solution. Got it? So thank you very much. This much for today. Okay, we'll discuss the effect of pressure, temperature on the solubility factor. We'll discuss in our next class.